Welcome everybody to the Retail Corner podcast. We're very excited of our new guests that we're having today. Let me start by introducing our topic of the day. Today we're going to be talking about businesses that serve a higher purpose, right? And what I mean with higher purpose is businesses that are not just chasing the monetary gain, but that are actually focused on giving back to their community. So with further ado, let me introduce our guest. First and foremost, we have Jeannie Barsam. She's a powerhouse in corporate America. She has a history that is just amazing. Let me tell you guys. She has been the director of merchandising at Target, VP of merchandising at Gap, senior VP of merchandising at Tablots, and senior VP of merchandising at Charlotte Russe. And now she's currently serving as the senior VP of merchandising operations at Michaels Companies, and also as the CEO and founder of Gifting Brands. Welcome, Jeannie. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Likewise, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And we also have a phenomenal artist. Believe it or not, we actually have an artist in our podcast, right? That's a little bit weird, but there is a reason for this. And I just have to say, she is a multi-award winning and world-renowned artist. Gio has been listed as a Visual Artist of the Year and Fashion Artist of the Year with publication, media outlets, and art exhibits across North America, Central America, and Europe. Her collections and her collectors include C-level executives, actors, and political figures. And she has also done a deal with Macy's at Herald Square Mall. She's worked with Robert Graham in customizing apparel. And she is always focused on giving back to the community through her business. Welcome, Gio. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Happy to be here.
It is great to have you ladies here. And I love the fact that you guys come from such different backgrounds, right? Jeannie, of course, very educated, always in corporate America. And then Gio, the complete other extreme, right? A complete artist, a bohemian mindset. But you guys have, and this is what I love, it's so inspiring. You guys have both accomplished your goals and your dreams, right? And that just gives the inspiration, I think, to every member of an audience. And I think I want to start, Jeannie, by asking, coming from a complete corporate mindset, right, through your entire career, and now venturing out into gifting brands, what were the challenges that you can share with us and with our audience for you to change that mindset from the corporate employee to the entrepreneur?
It was an interesting journey for me, being an executive in a retail company where you have, there's a lot of people, there are a lot of different departments. So when you're building your strategy and deciding what you want to do as a company, you're designing and creating the vision, but then other people are executing it. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to do it all. And it's an exciting journey, but it's hard. And it's also hard when you've got an idea or a concept that no one's done before, which is what Gifting Brands is. At least no one in the retail industry has done it. It's been a lot harder getting people to truly understand why you would sell product and then give all the profits away. A lot of people say, oh, that's a great idea, but why wouldn't you want to make money?
Yeah.
Some people don't understand it. Other people who are more philanthropic truly get it. But, for me, it's a journey of serving. My goal now is to serve others, however that is. And so it's been fun. It's been hard. It's an up and down journey, but
I can imagine.
Change it.
No, that's beautiful. And I'm sure you've been able to capitalize on a lot of the relationships that you've been able to build with your peers across your retail industry, right? In order to really be able to catapult your idea.
Yeah,
That's
in
great.
fact, I was able to build an amazing board of directors and a really long list of board advisors of people that I can call on. Different CEOs and merchandise, heads of merchandising, VPs of different companies that have really been amazing, who support us and who are now, since we just launched during the pandemic, who are now reaching out to other brands. Even though retail seems like it's such a big, world, and it's really a tight community, and so many people move around to different companies that thank goodness I've got lots of friends and colleagues kind of all over, and whether it's luxury retail or whether it's discount retail, got lots of friends out there.
That's great. That's wonderful. And Gio, I know that you don't have any professional right background. Even when it comes to art, you're completely self-taught, and I find that so inspirational. Right, that you actually were able to overcome your fears. You were able to get out of this plateau that I think we all get into in our own minds, and actually push yourself to excel. Both in your talents and as an entrepreneur. And so I would like for you to tell us a little bit about that, right? What allowed you to be able to overcome your fears and to be able to use your natural born given talents in order to convert them into a business?
Well, to answer your first question, I don't think that I have overcome all my fears. That's something that I have to deal with daily because new fears arise as you accomplish one or another, right? So that's something that I constantly have to wake up and say, okay, let that go and focus on this amazing life that you have, right? But I think the fact that I can focus on being passionate about what I do. That helps me with the fears. And when it comes to the business, I think there's three key elements that I have learned throughout my personal experience. And those will be to build yourself a team, number one. Number two, diversify the products and to capture the audience. So, what I mean by that with building a team is accepting the help of those who you admire. Don't be scared to reach out to people that are in a higher level or that you say, oh my God, how can I even dare to contact this person or learn about them and compare yourself to them and it's okay to want to be like them and second of all to diversify the product is super important, something that as an artist sometimes we don't think because we just want to create things that we feel. But if you really want to make a living out of what you love, you have to see everything you create as a product. So when it comes to my art, not only have diversify my styles, but also the range of prices that I give through the merchandise that I provide. So everybody from a little kid at the zoo can buy artwork from me through prints that are like $30, and they can decorate their rooms all the way to the actual originals that are bought by the private collectors who see the artwork as an investment. And as a third point, I think it's very important to sorry, I lost my thought. One, two, three.
Not a problem.
Yes, we need to capture the audience through thinking of ourselves, yes, as entrepreneurs, but also as these characters that capture the audience through being fun. And, we're entertainers at the end of the day. So we want our audience to see us and get inspired and also want to come back and buy our product more than once.
No, I think you brought up a key point, right? The whole point of business when you do your customer acquisition, right, is not to acquire a one-time customer, but rather to develop a relationship with the customer. So there's a continuance in that customer, not just for them coming back to you, but also for them sharing with your friends, right? Word of mouth is the best marketing, and it will always be, right? Because you already have that built in. That's beautiful. Thank you, Gio. So I wanted to talk to you guys about, right, the other side of the business, right? So many people get lost in just generating money all the time, right? And we get so wrapped up in this idea that if I'm going to become an entrepreneur is to become a millionaire and retire in the beach one day. And that's it. My life is done. And I'm just at the beach doing nothing. And I think that when people get to achieve that, they realize there's such a big gap that they leave out in their life. Because without purpose, we as human beings, I believe, have nothing, right? We always need to have a purpose, and our purpose needs to be bigger than making money, right? I think our purpose needs to be about giving back to our community. And with that, I want to kind of just open up and let you both ladies kind of give me back your input of what you think the importance for any business, right? Whether you're a nonprofit or you're a for-profit business, to keep very actively this consciousness of wanting to give back to your community, regardless of the size of your business?
I think for me, what part of my message is that anybody can be a philanthropist, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a large corporation, whether you're a designer, and you run your own business as an entrepreneur. We all can give back through our talents. And so you can give money, you can give time as a volunteer, or you can actually help and get involved and make a difference. And I think it's important. Number one, it feels good when you give back, when it's not all about you. And it's been this journey for me. I worked for over 25 years in retail, working my way up in the company. I was fortunate my husband was a stay-at-home dad, and so I was the one that worked full time, and we have 2 kids, and I always felt like there was something missing because I didn't have time to volunteer and I wasn't getting involved in charities. And so about 4 years ago, I started volunteering and getting involved, and I just feel so much richer, and I feel so much better about life, and about, it's not about me. It's about how you serve others. And so that's really what drives it for me, and having that purpose.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much, Jeannie. And for you, Gio?
Well, I agree with Jeannie, and that's why I love what she's doing, because I believe also that we can use our talents, and we don't necessarily have to have sometimes the experience or the money. Or, I mean, in my case, I'm 28, but I remember 6 years ago I used to think, oh, I'm too young to help, and then you realize one day I'll be too old to help. So today is a moment to do it. And and so in my case, when I started, of course I didn't have much to offer monetary or financially, but I started by using a slogan that I created for my own self, to help myself, right? And then I shared it with the world, which is to become a walking masterpiece. So sometimes we have to see our lives like the piece of art that we are, not only what we create, but ourselves. We create ourselves daily. So even through ideas, we can help. So with the company, with Dizurita, what we've done is to actually grab the artwork, the talents that I have, and that my partner has in the sense of business, and to make it into this beautiful way of giving back to the community, where we also donate to nonprofits artwork, even originals or prints, and then though they can actually raise funds through that. So there's always a way, and we just have to pay attention and throw the ball with no further ado. Like, don't think too much of it. I also do free classes for kids. So that's what I mean when I'm saying through your talents, whatever that is. In my case, it's the art. So classes, painting, speeches, whatever I can give. My time is as valuable as the money. So I think we can all always give a little piece of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. No, that's great. And Janie, going back to the concept, right, behind gifting brands. I mean, we've talked about it offline. I've seen the website. I think it's a phenomenal concept. It's one of those ideas like Uber, right? Oh my God, why didn't I think of it? It's so simple, but yet so complex to come up with it. And it has such a deep impact, in my opinion, and the potential for its growth, I mean, is just beyond words. But can you explain to our audience, what is Gifting Brands? How did it get started? And what's its overall goal?
So it's, as you said, it's actually very simple. And what it is we are a retail website where we sell designer brands and artists product that's actually donated by either big companies or entrepreneurs like Dizurita. The concept came from me. So first of all, we're a website where we sell apparel, jewelry, accessories, and soon to be art. That'll be on our website soon. And it's all donated by large companies and small companies, upper scale luxury. and some new designers. And what we do is we sell the product on the website, and 100% of the profits go back to charity because we are a charity.
Wow.
And our focus is really helping, working with large charities and some small charities that are really making a difference in women, children, and families' lives. So that's really my passion. And how I came up with the idea is one of the companies that you didn't list was Zales. When I was the senior vice president at Zales Jewelers, and they were owned by Signet back then, we had about $1 million of excess jewelry. And we wanted to donate it to charity, but we couldn't find any charities that did anything like what we were doing. So I started doing research and couldn't find any. So we ended up selling it off. A lot of companies, what happens when they have excess or they buy too much inventory, even large designer companies, there were a lot of fashion companies, including Burberry and Louis Vuitton and Chanel, that they would actually destroy their inventory and put it in landfills. Now that practice has stopped, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But we offer a way for these brands now to donate that product to us. And then when consumers shop, they actually get to give back by spending and shopping with us. So it's kind of a win-win. So that's how I came up with the idea. So after I left Zales, I technically retired for a short time and came up with this concept. And so we're really excited. It took a little while to get get approved by the government from an IRS standpoint and get everything up and running. So we actually launched during the pandemic in April with our first charity, which was the Family Place, which is a charity here in Dallas. They're the largest domestic violence shelters in Texas. And it went really well. And next week, actually, we're doing a large fashion event, online event, where there will be many, many designers and companies involved. So that's really where we're launching in a big way to let companies know that we're ready to start accepting inventory and letting them make a difference. Because there are a lot of brands out there who want to be philanthropic, but they also don't want to be overt and say, hey, look, I give to charity, because it doesn't look authentic. But what we offer is a new way for them to donate not just money, but their inventory, whether it's new inventory or whether it's excess inventory. They can donate it to us, and we are able to share with the world, here are the great brands and designers and companies that are giving back. So it gives them a true, authentic way to show that they are being philanthropic.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So for everybody out there listening, there you go. Guys have to go to www.giftingbrands.com and check out the vast array of merchandise. They're constantly adding new brands, and it's a great way, right? If you want to get a high-end product, maybe a little bit of a discount, but most importantly, the discount. You're going to make this purchase, and 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the charity of your choice. I mean, that is just, you're going to feel good about buying something that you were already going to feel good about it, right? So it's going to be double the feeling, that's amazing. And, I have to say, I applaud both of you ladies for an outstanding job and for working towards objectives that transition beyond yourselves, right? That's just amazing. You're contributing back to the community, not only from financial opportunity, but as true leaders and examples to others, right? To have a dream and to make your dream a reality, right? To actually materialize that dream, not just leave it in a simple dream. And Jeannie, you kind of touched up on having some art at Gifting Brands. So, I want to open up to you guys, announcing to everybody, to all of our audience and to the world, something really excited that you guys have been working on for the past month. So go right ahead and share it.
Well, we're really, really excited that we're going to be launching with the Dizurita line. Giovanna's been so amazing to donate art and paintings, and we're really excited to launch it. And hopefully it'll be up by next week. And it's perfect timing as we're actually going out and telling the world and letting all these big brands know who we are. And but most of all, I love your heart. I love the fact that you want to give back and that you do things as simple as art classes for kids. It just shows what a wonderful heart you have, and that giving back, it doesn't matter how big or small. I mean, for all of us, everyone can make a difference in someone's life. And that's what's important, whether it's helping a child learn to paint, or or buying and shopping on gifting brands. It's a double gift, because you get something for yourself and you give a gift to a charity. Or, as we just talked about, I'm really excited, our gift campaign that we're doing is going to feature Dizurita art. So that will be our gift card. So I can't wait to get that up on the website. And thank you for donating that as well, and donating your art to us.
Oh, thank you. I'm as excited as you are. I mean, the fact that we can meet people that have the same idea and concept of living a life of purpose, where yes, we are, some of us, making money also through what we believe is our passion, but also giving back. And like you said, I love that it's a double gift, because I believe that so much. And thank you for having me.
Oh, no, thank you. We're the ones that are being blessed by you. We really appreciate it.
That's super exciting. So for everybody, you guys out there, I believe they're trying to launch up September 7th, but stay tuned, continuously visit the site. They both will be adding active links, right? So Dizurita website, www.dizurita.com, will be having an active link to gifting brands and vice versa. So you guys will be able to see their collaboration, and you guys will be able to shop both environments very easily. And with that, Gio, can you go a little bit into detail and tell us what is Dizurita, right? I mean, because I heard you talk about art, I heard you talk about merchandising and kids buying art and private collectors buying art, and I know there's very high important figures that have your art as well. So what exactly is Dizurita? If you can encapsulate it, I guess, into one word, what would it be?
Well, basically, Dizurita is a company, right? Where we sell artwork, and we like to say that it's more than the company itself, and the items that we sell and provide is meant to bring joy to this world. I think there's too many things, too much negativity out there, and I like to think of Dizurita as this inspiring idea for the masses, specifically the kids, our future, right? Where we are saying, hey, through my story, my personal life, where I was a kid that was bullied, uh, came from a Latin or Hispanic background, born in San Antonio, feeling like I'm not from Mexico, but I'm not from here, and I have an accent, and I have these issues and all of that, and saying, even then, look where I'm at today, and with no college and no university. Not that I say don't go to it. Of course, I if I could have had that opportunity, I would have done it. But Dizurita is this idea of saying, everybody can make their dreams come true. And through my artwork, I express that every single day. I'm an artist that doesn't necessarily paint only what it feels and what's going on in the world, but I like to paint what I want to attract. So through my work, I like to inspire the viewers for a better tomorrow, bring hope. So that's why I have not only originals, but I also have my clothing line that are based off the original pieces. Because like I was saying, we are walking masterpieces, and more than just having the option of having art that goes on your wall and it's beautiful to see, it's art that we get to wear, because we should take care of ourselves and love ourselves to that level where you carry yourself like this masterpiece that we are. So basically that's what we are. We started 6 years ago, and it was a hobby of mine. I was going to go as a graphic designer, because people keep saying to me, art is for like starving artists, and you're not going to make a living out of this. And it's such a lie, right? Because if you are not only passionate about it, but you work really, really hard, it's just like a plant. You put water, you give it a little bit of sun, and it will grow. Eventually, it will take time. We have to be super patient. Specifically as artists, we're very emotional and very like we tend to get down if things don't go our way, but that's what Dizurita does. So that's why the art classes that I provide and the nonprofits that I like to help are part of it as much as the art itself.
No, that's amazing. And I think you hit a nail right on the dot, right? I think all of us, regardless of our profession and regardless of the walk of life we decide to partake in, we're always, when we start, we're always scared. We're always doubtful. We're always, hesitant of how much we can actually achieve. But to your point, I think it's pivotal that we never lose hope in ourselves and in our dreams, and that we constantly push ourselves and we constantly strive for the stars. I love, my dad used to tell me, always shoot for the stars, because if it fails, you will at least have gotten to the clouds, and I love that, because it's so true. Like, shoot for everything that you think it's impossible for you to accomplish, because you might actually accomplish it. And if you don't, you're going to get so much further than you ever even dreamed of. So yeah, I really love both of you ladies' stories, and thank you so much for inspiring our audience. And I would like to I would like to finish our interview by giving you ladies an opportunity to give one piece of advice to our audience that you would like to share with them. As you ladies know, we have a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to us. We have a lot of executives that listen to us. But ultimately, we have a lot of people that are looking at starting a new initiative, that are looking at starting a new project, and they're going through that should I not, right? So what piece of advice would you ladies give to our audience?
I would say first, just do it, just get started, because the best companies test and learn. And if you're trying to wait until it's perfect before you launch, you're never going to learn. Take little steps, baby steps along the way. And as I said, test and learn and change and adjust based on what, if you're selling a consumer product, you'll learn over time. But if you don't get started, you'll never get there.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And Gio?
Okay, so complicated mind of the artist, right? I would say live a life with purpose, and that will bring success. So identify your talents and design a plan to dedicate your life doing something that you're not only passionate about, but that will bring value to your life and others.
That's wonderful.
One more thing, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
I mean, we can all change the world together in everything we do every day, whether it's through our work, whether it's through our purchases, or whether it's, just through little things you do with your family. You can make a difference no matter who you are and what you do.
Thank you so much. That is such an impact statement. Thank you so much, ladies. I truly appreciate your time. I know you ladies are super busy. Thank you so much. This has been very inspiring. I'm like ready to go and conquer the world after this conversation. I'm going to have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. But I really appreciate your time. To everybody listening, once again, if you guys want to go see what they're doing and look at all of their offerings and products and services and how you can give back, don't forget the website is www.giftingbrands.com and www.dizurita.com. We will have their information after the podcast here on video, so you guys can actually take a screenshot or type it on your laptop or mobile device. Thank you for tuning in to the Retail Corner podcast. We will talk to you guys on our next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you wish to have a conversation with us, then email us at retailcorner@proxima360.com or visit our website at theretailcorner.proxima360.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe and see you next time.